Welcome back to Story Pirates Roll Call, where we take stories written by kids and we read them and then we talk about them.
I'm
Lee.
True. And I'm Peter.
Welcome to the show. Peter, would you like to read today's first story for us?
I would love to. Lee, our first story comes to us today from a 7-year-old from Canada named Bihaan. And Bihaan's story is called Nice Mouse and Grumpy Monster. Oh boy. Nice Mouse and Grumpy Monster. Joshua was eating snacks on the table. Mummy, there is a monster in the microwave. Mummy opened and saw there is no monster. Joshua saw the green grumpy monster in the microwave. There was also a mouse who lived in the microwave. They both played soccer inside. Monster kicked the ball, then it hit the mouse's eye.
Ouch.
Monster gave him a pirate eye patch. Joshua was watching the soccer match. He gave cheese to Mouse and Smarties to Monster. Mouse was not mean. Mouse played with Monster. Monster gave eye patch to Mouse. Both were nice and got prizes.
Wow.
The end.
Incredible story, Bihaan.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say that all of this happening in the microwave is like slightly unnerving to me.
Yeah. There's a sense of danger and unease, but also excitement.
Yeah. And so is this like a Calvin and Hobbes situation where Joshua can see what's in the microwave, but his mom can't? Or is it more like The Shining?
Oh, well, what's the difference?
I never really thought about that. Does Calvin have The Shining?
Well, I'm going to assume that it's a less high stakes story than that.
Okay.
But it is that like
Less high stakes in a microwave?
I mean, for the child.
Okay.
But it really is mom not seeing this, so it's truly his imagination, or is she's an adult and she wouldn't entertain such things, so she's not looking and she's not seeing the thing that is really happening?
I think that it is invisible to her, but it's really there. Which is very clear from the lines, if I may refer to the text.
Please.
Joshua's eating snacks at the table. Mummy, there is a monster in the microwave. That's dialogue, obviously. Mummy opened and saw there is no monster. Joshua saw the green grumpy monster in the microwave.
You are 100% right.
It's definitely there, and she definitely can't see it. Could she touch it? I don't know. That's my
different
real question.
rules. If this was a movie, we would see her grab it and open it, and we'd see that it's empty, and we'd cut to her face, and we'd see that's what she says. Then we'd cut to Joshua and back to the microwave, and
right. Yeah, it's definitely really there. And I'm definitely, again, very unnerved by the microwave being the setting for this.
Although I will say in the very end, if you are concerned at all, both were nice and got prizes.
That's true.
Where did the prizes come from? I mean, they came from Joshua because he gave them Smarties and cheese.
Cheese to mouse, Smarties to monster. Very nice set of prizes, if you ask me. Bihaan, thank you for this incredible story.
Incredible. Lee, you want to read the next story?
I'd love to. By Edie, a 6-year-old in Tennessee, here is Double Dare.
Ooh.
No affiliation with the Nickelodeon TV show.
Super Sloppy Double Dare?
Assume. Super Sloppy?
They called it Super Sloppy Double Dare. I don't know if that was a spinoff or that's what it was always called.
What? Is this a Mandela effect thing? Where you think it's called Super Sloppy Double Dare?
Okay, we've never done this, but Super Sloppy Double Dare. Super Sloppy Double Dare.
Okay, this has to be like a remake, a reboot of it.
Super Sloppy Double Dare, TV series from 1986 to 1989.
Is that the original was called Double Dare and this was a reboot?
No, I think it was the original. It was always called that, hosted by Mark Summers.
It was never called Super Sloppy Double Dare. It was always just called Double Dare.
All right, well, we're going to Mark Summers' page. He's known for, they don't even have Double Dare as his top thing. He's known for Double Dare.
Yeah.
Double Dare was on 2018 to 2019.
I don't know what's going on here, but we're going to have to figure it out.
Okay.
Producer Andrew.
Okay.
Please find the answers for us. Okay. But regardless, here's Edie's story, Double Dare. It was the witch. They bravely opened the door. and they rushed in, peeking in, and then they walked in the door, not knowing that the witch was behind it. She grabbed the first kid, but the other two managed to escape. They came up with a plan. One of them rushed in sneakily, hid behind her cauldron, and the other hid by the door. And then, as the witch was about to drop the kid in, they put their plan into action. The one behind the cauldron popped up, and then the witch was in so much shock that she fell over, dropping the first kid on the ground. The other kid, who was behind the door, helped the first one out, and they all ran out, shutting the door and locking it. And they did not look back until they were home. And all the same, they never double dared each other again. The end.
Whoa. Okay, it definitely feels like, Lee, we're starting at the end of the story.
Yeah, well, I think it's just great writing because Edie's putting the needle on the record right where the action starts.
Yes, but I was going to say, even though it feels like, we're starting at the end, by the time we get to the end, I know the beginning of the story and the middle and the end. And somehow she has told that whole story.
It's called narrative efficiency, and Edie does an incredible job at it. I mean, these first 3 sentences.
It was the witch!
They bravely opened the door, and they rushed in.
Wow.
Wow, dropping us right into the action. I love it. And I love it because I'm confused, too, right? Like, I don't know... Are we in danger? What's going on? Where are we? What's the deal?
I mean, it's all pretty clear. The one sentence that is still a little ambiguous, but in an exciting way, is the very first sentence. It was the witch.
Yeah.
And then this whole sequence of breaking into the door and rushing in and sneaking, and she grabs one. This is an action set piece.
Yeah.
And it's very clear where all these characters are. But what did Edie mean by it was the witch in the house?
That's true. And they have not seen that the witch is behind the door yet. So it's not like they visually identified the witch.
There could be a lot of implied sentences right before.
Yeah.
Like, a horrible cackle came from behind the door. It was the witch!
Yeah, that's true. Or, who would decorate their home like this?
It was the witch! Or, who's about to find themselves in a cauldron after messing with these kids?
No.
Wrong tense. It was the witch?
Too much confidence in that. I think something that makes this so exciting is that they don't know what they're doing. Although they do come up with a plan and put the plan into action, which I appreciate.
These are smart kids.
Yeah, these are smart kids. Okay, I have a somewhat unrelated question.
Okay.
Super sloppy aside, what is the actual definition of a double dare?
So if you dare somebody to do something, you're challenging their sense of bravery. And you go, I dare you. Because if you say no, then you admit that you're cowardly, right?
Okay. Or smart kids of the world.
Right. But
don't give in to that peer pressure. Don't let Peter pressure you.
No.
You're not cowardly. It's actually braver not to take the dare.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
Okay, but what's a double dare?
A double dare is getting even more immature about it. To go, I double dare you.
Okay.
Is to make you, like a bully. A bully's greatest, one of the bully's greatest powers is just to repeat a thing with a more sarcastic voice.
So that's all it is a repetition? I don't understand. Is there more reward for a double dare than for a regular dare?
Well, how does this make you feel? I dare you to do this thing versus I double dare you to do this
Well,
thing.
you're making a weird face both times, so I'm not I'm not feeling intimidated at all. Can you actually try to intimidate me right now?
Okay. Yeah.
Is this the hardest acting challenge you've ever received?
Yes. I've never been less confident in my entire life.
Okay, let's hear it.
Hey, Lee.
Yeah. What is it?
I dare you to think I'm intimidating.
It's not going to work.
Ah!
All right. So Double Dare, really, you're saying it holds no weight at all.
It does if you let it.
Okay. And how did it function in the show, Double Dare? Was there like a moment where like you had to like, the stakes were raised on a certain challenge and it was called a Double Dare?
There must have been, but all I remember is sloppy obstacle courses and red flags being grabbed by hands with muck all over them.
I'm not into sloppy service.
Into
What's it called?
super sloppy Double Dare?
I'm not into that. All right, Andrew, did you find out what's the deal? What's the difference between Double Dare and super sloppy Double Dare?
So originally, Super Sloppy Double Dare was intended as a weekend edition of Double Dare. So Double Dare was the original program that aired in 1986. And then a weekend edition titled Super Sloppy Double Dare premiered in August of 1987 and aired on Sunday mornings.
See? Spinoff. Extension of the brand. Why they couldn't just say, we're putting Double Dare on weekends now?
I you know what? I
Who knows?
remember being a kid and during that time and being confused by this then.
Yeah. Well, linear TV had that power. You could just like extend your brand, continue to do stuff like that because there were no other options.
It's true.
I don't know. Okay. Final story, Peter.
All right. Here we go. Our final story, Lee, comes to us from a 4-year-old from Colorado named Gavin. And Gavin's story is called Pirate and Gold. This is how it really starts. We were on a ship, and on that ship was a treasure box. And in that treasure box was gold. Then we dug into the dirt on the ship, and we found some pirate bones and a pirate hat. And we wanted to put them together. And when we put them together, and they looked like a pirate, we put the hat on, and the pirate came alive. And the bad guy, the ghost, was never seen again until that day. A long, long time ago, they were fighting, the pirate and the ghost. The pirate found the gold that he hid. It wasn't every kind of gold. Inside was chocolate, and the chocolate was so cold it lasted 300 days. And when he ate 2 pieces of chocolate, he got stronger every day. And soon, he had a really good trap that nothing could get out of except good pirates. And when he saw the ghost again, he pulled the rope and trapped him. And when he trapped him, he did the same thing as the pirate, and he was never seen again.
Wow. Another structural masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. The thing that really, I had to admit, though, that jumped out at me the most is chocolate that was cold for 300 days. Because that is the only way I eat chocolate. Cold.
Cold?
Yep.
You like a snap.
I like a snap. I like it cold. I like it in the fridge, and even better, in the freezer.
Ooh.
Unless it's like a Snickers, you can't eat that when it's, obviously you'll chip your tooth.
Yeah.
But that's in the freezer.
I've tried that. That's
Yeah.
no fun. Unless it's a ice cream Snickers bar.
That's different. That's ice cream.
We had in our freezer growing up, I think it was like a Ken Griffey Jr. Chocolate baseball card. It was a chocolate bar
Wow.
with like a baseball card printed on it.
Wow.
And my brother got it.
I feel like it's a Crunch bar.
It was like a bar of chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was one solid piece in the shape of a card. And my brother got it and he goes, "This is going to be valuable." So he saved it like a baseball card, but it was just wrapped in a kitchen towel in the freezer for a decade.
And no one touched it?
No, it's
Did you
safe.
have like 6 brothers?
I had 3 brothers, and it just became one of those things where we stopped seeing it because it was always in the freezer. And I think eventually we were like, no one's going to buy this.
What a kind, respectful group of brothers.
Nah, it wasn't a choice. It just happened.
Wow, where in birth order is this child that
Oldest.
oldest? Okay, that makes sense. He's
Yeah,
like,
you don't mess with your older brother.
do not mess with the older brother. I'm putting this chocolate card in here. I'm going to have it for 35 years.
It was in there for longer than 300 days.
And so what happened to it?
Eventually, one day, I don't know, he must have opened it up. We opened it up, and the chocolate was not healthy looking.
Yeah, no, chocolate gets weird.
It was flaky and...
And could you still see Ken Griffey Jr.?
Yes.
Was he still playing at that time? He played for a long time.
I think he was.
Yeah.
I'm not totally confident that's who it was, but that's what my memory has given me.
Wow. Amazing story. But back
you.
to this story.
Yes.
Do you have any thoughts on Gavin's masterpiece?
It's incredible, so we sort of are present day where there's these people on a ship who found all this, and then the pirate gets put back together and the ghost. And then again, like you said, we go to the past and we have the origin story. But the thing that I think is cool is at the end of the story, and when he trapped him, he did the same thing as the pirate, and he was never seen again. I don't know if that's the past or we've jumped back to the future.
I'll admit I'm a little confused.
But I like to think that it happened in the past and it happened again now in the future.
Yeah. Okay, I'll buy that. I just love the first line. And one of, teaching creative writing to kids, one of the lessons that we do a lot is how do you start your story, right? Because once upon a time, let's be honest, it's played out.
Yeah.
But this story and
The last one.
Double Dare in this episode both have incredible story starting lines. In the case of Gavin's story, the first line is, "This is how it really starts." I love that.
I love it. This implies that this is a story that everyone's been talking about, but you're getting the details wrong.
It's a legend.
Yeah.
And here's the truth behind it.
You know why? Because I was there.
Wow. It's so good, Gavin. Thank you for it. And a 4-year-old. Wow.
Yeah. And I love that the treasure box is buried in the dirt on the ship. Do you think they have garden beds on the deck?
Yeah, they have raised beds.
Yeah.
Gavin, incredible story. Thanks to all of today's roll call authors. To read those stories for yourself, just go to storypirates.com. Bye.
Bye.